Welcome to WYCE's Community Close-Up, our weekly public affairs program, and a service of the Grand Rapids Community Media Center. Community Close-Up brings you a diverse perspective from community leaders throughout West Michigan. Hey, it's WYCE Station Manager Phil Tower with you once again in studio, and it is Buses by the Beach time. I'm pleased to welcome Vice President with Buses by the Beach, Derek Reed, and the benefit organization and longtime partner for Buses by the Beach, the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors, and Jeremy Czubko is ambassador with the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. Jeremy and Derek, welcome to the program, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's great to have you guys here. Derek, I didn't ask you before we turn on the microphones. This is not your first rodeo. This has been going on for some time. How many years has this Buses benefit been happening?
Yeah, this is our 24th year. So we're going on a quarter of a century.
You're almost gold watch time.
That's right.
Here. That's pretty impressive, and congratulations.
Thank you.
By that. Buses by the Beach is, and Derek said this earlier, it's a lot of things. It's a fundraiser for a great nonprofit organization that's based here in Grand Rapids, the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. They have been doing great work here in West Michigan for a number of years. But it's also a place to gather for community and family fun, and 2+ days of incredible live music in a beautiful spot, which is Smiling Acres, which is a big, beautiful place out in the sticks in Truefit, Michigan. And as someone who grew up in Greenville, Michigan, I know Truefit, Michigan quite well. So it's a great place for the Buses benefit. It used to be along Lake Michigan. And let's talk about this year's event. It's May 22nd through 24th at Smiling Acres. There's a terrific and easy to navigate website, which is busesbythebeach.org. And I think, Derek, you were telling me, as Vice President with Buses by the Beach, you've been associated with this thing for a long time. A lot of people might think, well, I don't have a VW bus. I don't know anybody with a VW bus, so I'm probably not, this isn't going to be my vibe. I'm probably not going to want to be there. Not true at all, is it?
Not true at all. In fact, I'll let you in on a secret. I don't own a VW bus.
Okay.
I've been just coming to the festival since I think 2009 or 2010, and just enjoying it. And I love the buses, and I love looking at them. But I'm there for the music and the camaraderie.
And Jeremy, you are ambassador with the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. You used to work with the organization, but you're there to represent the organization. And we should mention that the Buses by the Beach bus benefit raises funds for all kinds of things, mentoring and support programs for people who've been impacted by a burn injury. And the Phoenix Society is the largest burn support organization in the world, which is pretty notable, and it's based here in Grand Rapids. What should our listeners know about the Phoenix Society?
Well, the Phoenix Society has been around. As of 2027, it will be our 50th year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay.
So there's a long history of supporting survivors and their care and trying to improve medical care for burn survivors, as well as advocating for prevention. So Phoenix Society, at its core, is to make sure that burn survivors are never alone. It's an incredible community. The Phoenix World Burn Congress is our signature event, and that's happening every 2 years. We just had it in 2025 in Cincinnati, and it's a life-changing event. Even if you're not a burn survivor, the sense of community, welcomeness, openness, it moves you. It's impossible to be part of this and not be passionate about it. And that's why I'm here today, is because this is such an important event, and we are actually bringing World Burn Congress back to Grand Rapids in 2027.
Which is fantastic. So as ambassador, and I think about this, when someone who thinks about a burn survivor, somebody's been burned in some kind of an incident, accident, fire, etc., every burn survivor is different. Every injury is different. It ranges. A lot of burn survivors they would walk by you on the street in downtown Grand Rapids. You wouldn't even know. Some of them have very obvious physical burns on their faces, on their arms, scarring, and that might be traumatic or difficult for someone. And I can certainly relate to that as someone who's been disabled my whole life. But like you said, that is a wonderful thing. It's got to be a really powerful thing for people to get together and feel like, hey, I feel I can hang with these people here.
Exactly. It's something I wish everyone had. If you have that level of community and belonging, it's unstoppable.
How do people at Buses by the Beach, and I'll let you guys both speak to that, talk about Phoenix Society's presence and how people who attend the Buses by the Beach benefit over Memorial Day weekend, how can they interact with Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors, learn more, like if you're at the festival, what happens? I'll start with you, Derek.
Yeah, so if you come to our festival and you haven't heard of Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors, I guarantee by the time you leave, you will know well who Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors are. We have silent auctions, and people that, participants just bring items to donate to the silent auction. And we have a daily raffle. And all that money goes toward Phoenix Society. And we also are accepting sponsors. That's still available until, early part of May. If you ask me after that, I'll probably squeeze you in too.
Okay.
But we have corporate sponsors and family sponsors alike.
And I want to stop you right there. Somebody listening saying, I really like what is happening here. I want to support the event. Maybe because they have a burn survivor in their family, or maybe they just think this is great, whether it's private support or a business owner, corporate support. How do they get in touch with you and Buses by the Beach?
Yeah, so we have an email address that's volksfolks@busesbythebeach.org, but even easier, you can just go to busesbythebeach.org and hit the contact us button, and you'll get in touch with us.
And at the event, you have raffles. You have a daily 50-50 drawing. I would come just for the 50-50 drawing.
It's fun.
Come on. Sounds like a lot of fun. Silent auction of VW and non-VW related items. We're going to have to see if we can dig into the YCE swag closet and get you some stuff from that. Family fun activities, kids talent show, a big kids talent show for kids up to age 94. I would like to see that. Are you doing open mic jam sessions as well?
We are. So we have a separate stage that we call the Wood Stage. It's an acoustic stage, and we have several professional performers that will be there. But in between each performance, we have jam sessions, and you can jam, with those performers or without.
Yeah, and the music lineup for our WIC listeners, and that's you on the other end of the radio. This lineup is incredible. So on Friday, you have Dune Grass and Nicholas James and the Bandwagon. That's on Friday night. The main stage on Saturday featuring Sweet D and the Wild Honeys. They played the Jammies. American Hotel System. You do not want to miss that band. That band is incredible. The Debutantes on the main stage Sunday. You've got Stanley and Quiggle, the Wild Honey Collective. Roosevelt Diggs, another fabulous band. You've also got the Temperances and a bunch of other great performers on the Wood Stage, the acoustic stage, on Saturday, including our friend Elijah Russ. And I just was at an event with Caitlin Cusack last weekend, and that was
Fantastic.
A lot of fun at
Caitlin's
the Michigan EatCon Summit, Music EatCon Summit. So check it out. It's all at busesbythebeach.org. And again, the money that's raised there with all those great benefits, of course, Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. Most importantly, we're having this conversation. It's Saturday, May 2nd, or if you're hearing us on Sunday morning, it's Sunday, May 3rd. So in just a couple of weeks, there will be a price change for tickets for the bus benefit on May 22nd through 24th, which is Memorial Day weekend at Smiling Acres in Truefit. By the way, there are tickets that include camping, or is that an add-on? And talk about how that works.
Yeah, Weekend Pass includes camping, but there are separate add-ons. There are some special reserved sites that you can book ahead if you want to be real close to all the action. But there is lots and lots of space that you don't have to pay for. We have unlimited camping for RVs. There is an RV pass available, and for the first year this year, we are trying out a generator camping area. So for those that can't live without their refrigerators and their freezers and so on, so they can have ice cream while they're camping, that's available.
That sounds like a place that I would want to frequent. I'm just going to say, again, it's May 22nd through 24th. Great opportunities to learn about the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors, and maybe even talk with Jeremy Czubko, ambassador with the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. Are you going to be there?
Not only am I going to be there, I'm building a custom guitar.
Okay, get out.
For the Phoenix Society.
This is radio, so he's showing me the guitar, and we'll have to figure out a way. If you've got photos of that on the website, we'll have to link those in our podcast description so people can check that out. That's really cool. Now, that will be one of the things that'll
be up for the silent auction.
Okay, very cool. I don't know of many ambassadors that build guitars, as their side hustle.
Now you know one.
Now I know one as well. Guys, before we run out of time, this is a great event. Again, we want to stress, you do not need the VW van to attend. You can look at them and ooh and ah over them. But this is just a great family-friendly event, a great weekend event. There's no better way. And I would say it's a lot cheaper than, paying $3,000 to rent a cottage on Lake Michigan. Hang out in beautiful Truefit, Michigan, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a community breakfast on Monday. Real quickly, give us a lowdown on that, Derek.
Yeah, people bring food for us to store for the weekend, and on Sunday morning we cook it all up, and everybody just grabs what they want, and it turns out to be, it started organically, but it turned out to be a tradition, and we enjoy doing it every year.
All right, again, the Memorial Day weekend buses by the beach bus benefit is at Smiling Acres in Truefit, Michigan. More details at busesbythebeach.org. But the tickets for the event will increase in price after May 17th. I got the timing right on that.
That's correct.
Okay. And you can learn more about Phoenix Society at phoenix-society.org. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us, Phil.
Yeah,
really want to encourage our listeners to check this event out, and it is happening May 22nd through 24th. You've been listening to WYCE's Community Close-Up. Thank you again to our guest, Derek Reed, Vice President with Buses by the Beach, Jeremy Czubko, the ambassador with the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. That is our program for this week. Thank you for tuning in. We'll do it again next week right here on 88.1 FM WYCE and WYCE.org.